And the bottom right in the blue is Botvinnik. His opponent newly signed to Team Liquid. It is Elazer. Intros. So interesting. Absolute incredible content. Or we just get Maddox to do it all. Maddox, can you power rank literally every player in WTL? Thank you. We will in exchange for this incredible amount of work, we will compliment your sweater. We will tell you it's a nice sweater. And that is your payment. Congratulations. But also, folks, I'm excited. I'm incredibly excited. Yeah, but you got to give them discrete numbers. You can't just say the rest here. I'm excited because we've had 6 straight PVZs, and I enjoy the different. We saw a bunch of different styles, so I can't really complain too much. But we have a TVZ now. Now, granted, it is a TVZ that is massively Elazer favored, but still, Botvinnik's not bad, and he had a decent run in DreamHack, and that he got into a DreamHack main event, right? Here's what I'm looking for. Right, Botvinnik made the main event. Am I crazy? I'm crazy. He just had a deep run in the qualifiers. Okay. So, Marine opening coming in from our Platinum Heroes Terran is, of course, Prodigal Terrace is again map 1. I can't say I'm super surprised that we see a Terran player on Prodigal Terrace. No, I really can't say I'm surprised about it. Wait, yeah. With how choked out it can be really strong for like turtling Terrans. If you play mech, this map can actually be incredibly strong. And also, well, this map is just seen as being this incredibly Zerg favored map because it's hard to get pressure on. Zerg has the 4 bases for free almost, and then there's that gold that they can take a lot faster. So certainly for Bio versus Zerg, it's rough. But if you're Botvinnik, oh really? I could have sworn I could have sworn there was some sniping involved. Well, I know loser pick map. I know map 1 is. Oh, okay, wait. So you select who goes 1, 2, 3 before the maps are announced. Okay. I assumed that maps were announced, and I assumed map 1s were announced, and then you would pick. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's fair. Or unless it's one of those things where Clem has a date with the Prime Minister of France or the President of France, so he has to play Dream at a different time. But then that just means you don't have Clem for Ace. Means you gotta have Scarlet, or not Scarlet. It means you gotta have Elazer for Ace. I am actually really surprised that Team Liquid has not picked up Elazer. Or not Elazer, I'm sorry. Elazer does play for Liquid. I'm very surprised that Liquid has not picked up Skillus, considering Skillus has been living in their facility for how long now? And he's been looking damn good. I'm surprised someone has not picked him up, honestly. I don't know, maybe there's some financial considerations with like Russian bank accounts or something. You say Fandango, Grumpage, but I have not seen a movie in theaters in forever. It's really unfortunate. Makes me rather sad. There's a Long Chicken Man. Oh, I love it. Unfortunately, I'm not partnered, so I can't have memes like that. But I'm actually really excited because right around the 21st, I guess, is the timeline I'm being told. I got 47ists to make a cleaning bot exploding animated GIF, so we're gonna have that soon enough. Which, we can't kill the cleaning bot in game, but we can kill it in my Twitch chat, and that's all that really matters. That's all that matters. Also, Sasha, I'm a big fan of the Scarlet Camp emote that you had made. I was casting Young versus Dream yesterday. Maddox, you have partner. You should... Come on. You can make more emotes than that. Yeah. Well, I know Milo was saying that not every cleaning bot was removed. Just some of them. Like, they cleaned it up, but still cleaning bot. I don't know. I haven't had a chance to take a look at the new map pool yet. Like, one of my 2 ever good emote ideas, and it's gonna be gone fast. I'm really sad. Okay, Viking here looking for a little bit of rest, but Elazer pulling back from things is well, 5th base on the way for Elazer on the gold base as well. Yes, cleaned up the cleaning bots. Actually, Nina pointed this out to me the other night, but my GG emote kind of looks like a cleaning bot BMing you for it's like, oh, you could take a base. GG. But now here comes the push of Botvinnik. Moving on forward here onto the 5th base. Creep spread is fairly nice for now. Bailey speed is still pretty far off, so it's a little bit easier for Botvinnik to make this push happen in earnest. His micro is just not quite as painful, but Queen's knocking down Hellions to start. And Botvinnik, he just continues to wedge his way on forward on what is effectively a 2-base push, trying to take a page out of Hero Marine's book against Cyril. But even if Elazer loses this gold, I mean, he still has the 4th base at the 12 o'clock position. He's not really tied to this situation just yet. Now Ling's running onto the other side. Is Bot... Oh, no, he's just going for reinforcements. Okay, this 5th base, though, from Elazer will go down. He's taking base on the left side as well. And I'm somewhat surprised. To see Elazer not dive into the natural. But I guess it's one of those things where you're like, okay, I'm probably not going to make it work. Boom was in my chat, someone else's chat, where she was talking about Frost Giant having some art positions up. So imagine if Boom got hired to work on Frost Giant art. But okay, now Ling is actually going to get taken down here by the rally of Botvinnik. We have to remember, the longer this goes on, Botvinnik is only on 2 bases. He is very much all in this game. And he's not doing a great job of wedging his way in. His Lings, they're going to find more reinforcements. Bio stims, but that just means they're going down. And yeah, the tank's going to die here as well. So Elazer's doing such a great job of slowing down this timing, slowing down the outlet, knocking down reinforcements to the point where 1-1 is now just about, well, it actually is done. Bailey speed is done. He's building up this significant supply lead. And he's just going to flood through. Give it a moment. He's actually setting up this round right now. He's going to flood through, sweep this thing off the map. And then there's not actually, no, he's going for a run by again. He does not. I kind of thought he was just going to go kill this, but he says I don't have to. And actually that tank positioning on the left is a bit of a problem. But 18 more Lings on the way. 5 more. He's laser building 5 queens at a time because more queens, less problems here. But now here come the Lings getting on top of all the tanks. The Bio's going to be forced to pick up and run. All the tanks are dead or dying. And now again, tanks are going to siege up, but now it's only one. So here come the Lings, here come the Banes, trying to knock everything down. No armor upgrades for this Terran, and he is in a bad shape. But tanks actually doing a decent job knocking down some of the Banes. But the Banelings, they continue to roll on forward. More and more Bio dies. Elazer, his supply is it's not that far above 100. But remember, he bought time for creep to go up. He bought time for his 2-2 to get started. Fine, he bought time for more Banelings to be made. Although good target fire there from Botvinnik. The Queen Concave, though, is really scary. And again, Link's coming in from the backside here, trying to get on top of tanks, trying to get on top of whatever they want. And they will be successful once again. I don't know that Elazer chase them. Actually, no, he can absolutely chase this. The entire Bio is in the medevacs, and that just means that you drop out one by one, they are absolutely going to die. Botvinnik, he made a good game of it. But we see him leaning forward now. He says, Mamma mia. And again, folks, I'm sorry. YouTube has been dumb to me all day. It's not allowing me to render properly. It just keeps stuttering on me. It's really frustrating. Okay. Rogue added on in. Elazer now able to take a little bit more map control. He did lose a lot of creep through the center because of that push from Botvinnik. I mean, that's the point of it. You do want to punch through, but certainly now Queens are able to find their way on the low ground. Again, massive run bys here from Elazer, knocking down the big thing is the tanks. I mean, yeah, getting SCV or getting Marines are nice too. Botvinnik going for one last ditch effort, though he's pulling the SCVs, but the Lings just find it. So they say, yeah, that's fine. We'll take your sacrifice of some SCVs. Now the SCVs are getting pulled, but folks, SCVs against banelings. They're not going to buffer all that long. Terran is inhaling deep on the copium as now the banelings run forward. SCVs are just exploding here, and actually a lot of bio is exploding as well. I love that I think it's 163 and 173 supply. The UI looks like it's cursing. And there we go. Wait a minute. Did we see the did we see what Elazer's clan tag was when he GG'd out? Stormgate. Actually, folks, if you care, as we move into game 2 in the bottom right, Botvinnik. I wish production would hit Control X. I wish YouTube would load properly, but I wish production would hit Control X. Because this is messing me around. But I actually know they have like discrete overlays, so they have the names turned off. Well, it's not Sunday for another 3 hours for me, Grumpage. Freaking UK people, CEST. But I'm really excited for 3:30 Eastern, which will be 9:30 CEST, 12:30 Pacific, where we're gonna have the final big Frost Giant presentation for a while, and then there's Pile-In Show next week, which I've been trying to get on. And Cover Venom says, we'll get you on another one, but not this one. I'm like, okay, that's fair. I'm not a big enough name to do that just yet. But we have the PC Gamer Show, where Day 9 is going to be interviewing some Frost Giant people, and they're going to show something that, I don't know, maybe Sasha's seen. But if you were like me and just involved in the preview last week when they gave us like an hour and a half long preview, it was pretty awesome. We haven't seen this. So there's going to be something that very few people have seen on Sunday, as we see Proxy 3 racks, finding their way on in. Elazer looks like his overlords are at least going to scout the 2 racks. This can be deadly for another reason, because you scout the 2 racks, you pull your overlord back. You don't want Botvinnik to know that you've scouted. But if you're going for actually no, the overlord's not even going forward. Okay. Oh, okay, there we go. Now it's running on forward here. It should get the scout off eventually. Wait, never mind. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong overlord. But if you know that there's a 2 racks and you don't know that there's a 3 racks, the responses are a little different, so that can be scary. But Elazer doesn't even run on the map a little bit. Imagine scouting. I know. But believe me. Okay, Elazer's going to see the SCVs go here. Bunkers are starting to go down. Luckily, of course, the overlord won't die. Elazer's not going to get supply blocked into this. But it's still a little scary. So he's going to get a spine. Looks like I would imagine he's going to go for like the 2 spine defenses. Drones do get pulled, but this gets a little scary because, again, 3 Marines out on a time soon enough. But it's actually only 1 high ground bunker, and the SCV is going to go down here. A bit awkward here for Botvinnik. And there we go. SCV number 1 goes down, delaying things a little bit more. More Zerglings are around. Of course, the goal of a 2 racks is to kill as many drones as possible, not even to kill the base anymore. 3 racks is a little bit different, but they bought time. 4 workers have died. The spine is now just about done. Ling's microing their way on backwards. We have to see the 3rd SCV join in if we want this bunker to ever complete. With the spine here, Queen as well. I don't see this really breaking Elazer all that much. With only 2 workers going down, it's not really ideal, but now Ling's running forward, trying to buffer for the Queen. You don't want to lose the Queen. And YouTube's dumb again, but there we go. Okay. Bunker goes down. But Botvinnik, continuing to build 3 Marines at a time, continues to ramp up for a next push. And this, yeah, there we go. SCVs, I was going to say, we often see SCVs pulled here. But SCVs are going to get pulled and on top of this. And this is where it gets a little scary. Now, luckily, Elazer scouted it. He's okay with that one. He knows that he just needs to keep pumping drones, keep pumping Lings, keep pumping Queens, and he should be okay. And additional spine in the main base as well. So SCVs being pulled off here. It's about 8, 10, 12 Marines. They're going to try to find their way on up, knock this down. We may even see Elazer retreat back into the main base. I don't see where he is. Oh, yeah, he's just retreated back into the main base. He's going to try to defend the ramp instead. Oh, yeah, no. If that bunker had completed, Miko would have been very upset. But unfortunately, the SCVs did go down. Good buffering there. Now, the SCVs get on top of the spine before it finishes burrowing, but we do need to see the spine targeting the Marines down. The SCVs really do not matter here. Drone's going to get pulled into the fight. Miko trying to stay alive. 1 Queen falls. Second one, well, actually, the spine is going to go down here. No, it's not. Not just yet. Now the drones, citizens rest on top of things. As long as you just keep a single drone alive, you're pretty fine. And that is exactly what's going to happen here. More than 1 drone is going to survive. Lings, they're going to find him in a corner, but the Marines, they're just falling on it. Well, actually, wait a minute. They're going to find another Queen here, but the spine is still up, and with a little bit more Marines here. Wait a minute. I thought this was a good surround, but one spine is still alive. The Lings are still popping out. Still 6 SCVs here for Elazer, but it's 13 army supply. That's a decent amount of Marines coming out from Botvinnik. This is starting to get a little bit spooky here. All the queens are dead. There's only one spine. It's not in a good position to defend the hatch. Miko may still be dead. We're, of course, seeing the Lings. They're looking for the reinforcements. And, YouTube, please. Lings are looking for those reinforcements, and they're going to get some of them, but there's nothing really that defends this hatch. So, Elazer, he's going to lose his one mining base in this game. He only has 35 minerals, but what he was doing is he was waiting for the Broodlings to add in a little bit of additional DPS. Lings, now they find their way on in. Is there enough here to knock everything down? Yes, they got the last of the Marines, but there's a little bit of mining from Botvinnik on the other side. He has 2 SCVs, and I don't think he has an orbital, so he's 2 SCVs. Technically, no, he does have an orbital, so he's continuing to mule. He technically has, if this game goes longer, he's technically fine. Wait, no, I'm sorry, never mind. Elazer has natural. Elazer can still mine. My bad. I'm sorry. I thought the natural went down. Now Lings in the main base. They're going to find the mules, and there will be no mining for Botvinnik anymore. No SCVs for Botvinnik anymore. 3 Marines coming out at a time. Yeah, 3 Dripio not in the wall. That's unfortunate. No, Scarlet, Sasha, it's okay. He had to make sure he could pull his SCVs better, more efficiently. You pull the SCVs, and you can't have a supply depot that you accidentally leave up. Now, actually, I wonder if on Saturdays, if I need to start doing this, I did it at 7 because, like, 7 is like a good Eastern time to go live. But I'm realizing, because I'm going to do EPT Korea after this. And the goal is to carry viewers over into EPT Korea. I just have it be one long broadcast. But I'm wondering if I need to do this a little bit later, like start it, I don't know. I think there is like another hour in this broadcast. I wonder if I should start this at like 8. Well, Dave, here's the thing. You just got to be more careful with your mode of transportation. As, of course, no webcams here, unfortunately. I guess this means it was played ahead of time. Wait, who has the dancing cat emotes? I need that. That's Loco? Okay, fantastic. I've heard good things about this matchup. I've heard HateMe played some impressive games. No. I'm not better than Ravi, because no one can be better than Ravi. We just both enjoy a similar sick sense of humor. And that's how this works. No, it's more like if it's more of making sure I understand, because the goal with this is, of course, I'm not on delay right now. I will have to go on delay for EPT Korea, but the goal is to like just carry everything on forward, make it pretty seamless. But what I can always do is I can go on delay and just play a VOD when I buy time, which is not terrible. And you know, Grumpage, look, if Sasha wants to join me for a co-cast, I'm never going to say no. But that is absolutely no pressure. I'm actually you talk about emotes. I'm a big fan of the Frodocaster emote. Because for some reason, every time I go, like, if I have a audience of, say, over 200 people, give or take, or if I'm not on my own stream, I do miss it. 10 o'clock was so nice. 11 p.m. It's like, okay, I'm done at 3 in the morning. Means I'm probably not sleeping until 4 in the morning. The sun's already going up a little bit because I live in the Northeast, and it's like, ugh. Or not even the sun's coming up. The pre-dawn birds are starting to chirp, and you're like, oh, this is horrible. This is so bad. Especially if I get games like Beyond vs. Classic, which were just incredible. Inconceivably good. So you get really hyped about it. And then you're sad. Is Army Grub casting again? I would assume so. Because she is now in Korea. So APT Korea matches her time schedule. Yeah. Sun's going down, big guy. Sun's going up, big guy. You're just screwed. But talking about streaming schedule as we wait for this game to get started in earnest. I do need to point out tomorrow, folks, that I will be going live at 3:30 Eastern for the PC Gamer Show co-stream. Normally, I am a StarCraft caster. That's all I do. But Stormgate is changing my inclinations. We will go react Andy to the PC Gamer Show specifically for the Stormgate stuff. But as we don't know when that is going to be in the show, we're going to watch it. And then we're going to go directly from that into WTL cast from tomorrow, which actually the series tomorrow are going to be fantastic. I am very excited. We have Shopify Rebellion versus Team NV as our first match, and then DPG versus Psystorm, which Psystorm is like on the edge of making the playoffs or not. So that's a big matchup for them. As Team GP tries to catch them, Team GP is going to be rooting hard there for DPG. And then Rebellion into V is just, oh, please give me that one. Inject that one directly into my veins. But okay, two drones do go down. No, so you talk about that grumpage. There's one man who's actually, I don't think he's here right now, one of my mods, who just every time I go live, he's like, shirtless Bayo win. Bayo workout stream win. But does that make, if I did that, and if you watched a recording of it, would you be watching the VODMILF of the BODMILF? I regret ever saying that. I'm so sorry. But now HateMe. We need to talk about this game a little bit more. +1 melee on the way. Roachhorn as well. Mana went for the single Oracle opening, which does, of course, enable a slightly faster tech. But it looks like with Immortals on the way, he's not going for Gateway Man. He's not going for Mr. Gateway Man here. With instead, it looks like it's going to be some sort of Immortal Gateway push coming out. As there we go, Warp Prism on the way, which tells you folks that the push is going to be happening in earnest rather soon. He gets a good hallucination. He says, okay, I know what's, or he gets a good revelation. He says, I know what's up. Okay. The question now is whether HateMe is going to figure this one out. So he's going to go on to the third base. Oh, yeah, HateMe's going to find a couple drone or a couple adepts here to start. That's going to be very nice for him. And there we go. Ling is now finding their way onto the third base as well, but too many adepts. And honestly, seeing that number of adepts is probably going to be a tell for our Zerg player anyway. So Roach is on the way, +1. Just about done, but HateMe has figured out that something a little bit odd is happening. He's not building any more drones. He's staying at 59. And he's just building units, pumping units to deal with what I assume to be the eventual pressure coming out from Mana. And there we go, army on the map. The Zealots warping in here. We don't have a Twilight. This is all, it's 3 bases, but the lack of tech does make this one just a little bit all in. It's, now, okay, HateMe is going to scout this one out. He's aware of what's happening. And the question is now whether he is prepared to defend. He's up 20 army supply right now. That's a good place to start. And as the Adepts, the Zealots, the Immortals come finding their way on in. Lane's looking for the surround here, but the good force fields are here at the very start of things. And he's actually being incredibly economical with them. And good stasis as well. Actually, this is a bit of a problem. That stasis is serving more of as a force field for HateMe than it is for Mana here, because the Immortals kind of stuck out. Now we're starting to see the sentries fall. Second set of force fields going down and going to be a little bit better, but the Queen's still fighting damn strong here. And it's going to be recall. Oh, that's a missed recall. It's only on the Warp Prism, only on, I think, like a couple sentries. But now here the Ling's getting on top of the Immortals. Well, both of them will die in this game. And now HateMe, nothing stopping him from finding his way onto the other side of the map. Okay, Warp Prism was recalled to the third base. So we'll be able to go and save things. These Immortals, they are going to have to be powerful, powerful units indeed. But HateMe understanding that, you know what, power of shield batteries, Oracle's out. I don't know that I can really break through this necessarily. So. Oh, that was almost an open wall, but no, Mana is paying attention. But HateMe now, fourth base on the way. He's droning back up once again, understanding that he has survived the dangerous portion of this game, because now if Mana wants to do something, I mean, he can go for another timing, but mortal drops are nice, though. Of course, you do one-shot you do one-shot drones with or you two shots. So you do one volley drones. Actually, do you? You one volley probes, but probes aren't armored units. Yeah, so you one-shot drones. Anyway, yeah, if Mana wants to do anything, he can either move across the map with a similar army, which HateMe should be well prepared to deal with, or he has to tech up a while. He has to get Blink and +1 and all these other things. Oh, okay, now one mainly doesn't go down, so it's not all that impactful anymore, but interesting. 2 ships in the night. Bailey comes crashing in, and what am I even doing here? Oh, but more Banelings arrive, and Stalkers are prepared to defend this one. Cannon's doing a good job, but still 3 probes do go down because the one Baneling was allowed from earlier. Force fields are now going to segment things up. Piles get dropped to knock them down, but Queen's stuck at the front line fighting Zealots, which is never what they want. 1 Queen goes down, 2 Queens go down. 3rd Queen does fall, but now here comes the rest of the army. Baneling speed is not yet done, so the Banelings, they're going to get stuck in the background. Mana with a vastly superior concave, but not a vastly superior army supply. He's going to be forced back here once again. The Immortals, well, they're at the front of this army, so they do have to be very careful. 1 Immortal will fall. Second one, well, actually, yeah, second one will die. And Mana trying to save it, but he only keeps 2 of the 4 alive. Meanwhile, 7 more drones do die due to Banelings, I believe, in the 3rd base. I mean, I'm okay with the, I'm okay with this micro. I think it is, it differentiates skill. I more have a problem with the fact that 1 Warp Prism represents infinite supply. But okay, so Roach Ravagers of HateMe, they're going to try to run forward and break down Hearthstone break down Mana, excuse me, before all of his upgrades are done. But +1 is done, Blink is done, and there's just not enough here. Oracle is just targeting down all these Ravagers, so it does get a little bit scary. Did the Biles land? I don't know. The Observer's not showing me. It looks like they did not know. The Stars blink forward, forcing HateMe into a fight once again. But I mean, HateMe, in all honesty, he's not in the worst spot, but he has to be careful about how he makes this happen. Certainly, the 4th base will not be allowed to do anything, as HateMe has his 5th base on the way. But it feels like this is a game where HateMe has transitions available to him. We're going double upgrades, so +2 melee, +2 ranged on the way. Roach speed. He didn't have Roach speed. But I think what I want to see in this style, when you have a game where HateMe has as ahead as he is like this, I do feel like adding a infestation pit, getting a couple infestors. I don't know. They may be too expensive. I'm not really. I haven't seen any Zerg style that is like actually good against this. I've just seen Zergs win, if that makes sense. I'm not convinced that Zerg's a fair. I was talking to Nina. She was trying to tell me like give it a month. Valencia, Zerg's gonna have a 60% win rate against the style, which I'm not convinced. I think that is. I think that is Protoss PTSD. But anyway. I think this style is good in part because it relies just on RTS fundamentals to be good. Not any sort of trickiness or not any sort of trickiness, just I'm gonna put a lot of pressure on the map. I'm gonna put a lot of bases on the map. The Immortals on the bottom side, Zealots as well. Now, Zealot speed is not done. 4th base of Mana goes down. Banelings, they're gonna try to find something here. They will anyways. Force field just delays the inevitable. 17 probes go down, 19 probes go down. And he's not even gonna lose the base. He's not even gonna lose the bottom left. The Immortals are forced back, and the Warp Prism, I think, or maybe they died, not sure, we didn't see. That base is so low. That base will die. But not yet. I'd love to know my opinion on Hellbats. How come they are Buyer when they're transformed and can be healed? Because they're men in suits. They wear the Zoot suit. And they go the Kazoot. As Banelings now rolling into the 3rd base, but Probe's gonna get pulled on out. I don't know, folks. I think Banelings should be faster than Probe, so they can never escape. That's a good balance suggestion. Now here comes Lingbane. The Archons fall, but Archon actually tanks a lot of the Lingbane, so that's a little bit awkward. Here Stalkers forming a fantastic concave. Immortals on the backside as well, but they're actually not going to go. Oh, they will. Never mind. Pickup micro is not going to be good enough. The 3rd base does fall. Mana is a 2-base Protoss, but if there's a world where he comes back into this game, if there's a world where he wins this game, it is this one right here. Probes pulled. It's just a bunch of +2 Stalkers. And HateMe's army is not as impressive as it has been. Honestly, I think HateMe needs to... He's going to lose some Banelings there. I think HateMe needs to just give up a base or two, because at this point, if Protoss isn't mining, really, he just needs to buy time. He needs to buy time to bring his Larva to bear, to bring these 19 Roaches to bear to really make something happen. We will see the Oracle fall down here now. Stalkers blinking backwards as all the Lings do fall, but here come more Banes. But no, they got to back on up. Are they going to get connections with the Zealots? Looks like the answer is no for now. HateMe will lose this base, and by default, he will lose the bottom left as well. But the question is whether he can start to pair away at the Protoss army well enough. Failings, they get decent connections, and Roaches come in from every side. HateMe has bought all the time that he needed in this game. The Archons are dead. The Stalkers are falling. Warp Prism now under fire. It will go down here as well, I think. One last shot. Yeah, it's dead. And there's just 3 Stalkers. That's not giving enough. HateMe playing an impressive game number 1. So, of course, the map 2 is loser's pick, so Mana has chosen Glittering Ashes. That was well played by HateMe Maddox. Much impressive, many wow. So, where do we go in game 2 for this? We saw the strength of the Gateway Man style, even as HateMe did a great job. And part of the reason that we saw that HateMe was in a fantastic spot was because Mana went for this weird Gateway Immortal all in. I mean, he had a 3rd base, he had a decent probe count, but his tech was so far delayed behind that I think we're safe to call it a committed timing, even if we don't call it an all in. We saw the strength of it. I mean, Mana, despite losing a lot and losing bases and losing mining and everything else, he was still roughly able to keep himself in the game. He still had power in that last push, even if the reinforcement from HateMe was good enough. So it's going to be interesting to see what Mana has in store for us in this game number 2. Can HateMe 2-0? Does Platinum Heroes have a shot against Team Liquid? I doubt it. But you never know. Sasha, if you're still here, by the way, the dish that you're talking about in your Discord, that is all in Chinese. What is the English version of it? And can you link me to a recipe? Because I'm a fan of making Asian food. Hey, Rashi. Enjoyed your stream earlier today. You believe in Mana's ability to win? Well, HateMe won game 1. And as all good fans of underdogs should be, we must be rooting against all reason for Platinum Heroes to hit the 6-0. Yeah, Mana has actually been looking really good as of late. Not quite Hearthstone level, because of course Hearthstone is actually looking killer in this matchup. But Mana, he looked really good in DreamHack. He didn't quite make playoffs. It's I don't know what it is, folks. Mana and Hearthstone are going to be in the same group every DreamHack until the end of time. At least in StarCraft 2, who knows? Maybe we get different stuff for Stormgate if ESL picks it up and DreamHack picks it up. Which, I hope they do. I think Stormgate is going to position everything I'm hearing about how they want to grow organically. I mean, you never know. There just may not be a market for it. We all may be taking crazy pills until the end of time. But I think with everything they're doing on trying to make it bigger, Hearthstone has Roddy Power on it? No. Skillus has Roddy Power on his side. I don't know that Hearthstone does. Also, folks, I know we're all excited about Stormgate, and half of my casts right now are just talking about Stormgate, which is fine. Relevant context as the Oracle flies in gets a little bit. But Frost Giant was in my chat last night. They made me aware of a Frost Giant Discord where everyone, it's unofficial, but they at least have two Frost Giant employees. One is tagged, one is I believe they're pretty sure it's the person I'm thinking of. But seeing people talk about it, I'm like, oh no. Or it's like watching StarCraft Reddit implode over how bad the trailer was, which honestly it was rendered in engine. Like it really was not bad. It's just not Legacy of the Void cinematic, which we're not even in alpha yet. I mean, if they want to shell out money for a Legacy of the Void style cinematic for launch, sure, if you have the money for it, go ahead. But I mean, we're not even in alpha yet. Art styles are going to change. Everything's going to change. Anyway, seeing people freak out about all this stuff and having these really bad takes about how game design works and how RTSs work and all that, it brings me joy. And I just hope the Frostshine people that are there understand that. I mean, I'm sure they do, but it's the internet phenomena. You know, if one person's saying you're awesome and 5 people are saying you're bad, it means you're awesome. Okay, now Adepts are going to find their way into this third base here, and one Adept goes down, but Zergling's actually on the other side. Shield Battery Overcharge has not been popped here. Oh man, HateMe, he's finding a lot of stuff here. More Stalkers, more Pin, but Stalkers against Lings are really not the best thing. Oracle's into natural. They're going to look for a little bit of something. Avornez, thank you so much for the follow. And Stalkers run back. Oracles, they get a little bit, but HateMe absolutely coming up the positive. Well, 7 workers go down. Maybe not quite as much. Oh, yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm well aware of the comparisons there, Scarlet. Like, there are many reasons why it's not fair to compare the alpha announcement cinematic, which, honestly, I mean, yeah, maybe there were some things felt floaty, like the mech fist hitting the Infernal. Didn't look quite as impactful. Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry. I thought I had presented myself in a way where people thought I was, you know, coming down. I'm like, no. People are dumb for expecting the same amount of stuff. And yeah, maybe there's some stuff where like the fist doesn't really seem to hit all that hard and they slow-mo for it, but I don't really care. I don't even really care what the game looks like, honestly. I care about the gameplay and I care about their esports infrastructure and a bunch of other stuff. As Oracles continue to find a lot of damage here from Mane. He's killed 14 workers, I think, thus far in this game. So while the Ling run by was fantastic, yeah. But yeah, seeing a StarCraft Reddit breakdown about it, and I didn't look at any Team Liquid threads, and seeing the really interesting takes in this Discord. It's kind of, I just hope that the Frostshine people, and I'm sure they do understand that, you know, if you have 5 people saying you're horrible and 2 people are saying you're great, well, you actually are great, because people don't tend to say good things when you're awesome. But they do, the minute they don't like something, they will let you know. Actually, Cyberpunk did such a good job with advertising. Or not Cyberpunk. Frostshine did such a good job with advertising. They held a couple previews that probably didn't cost them all that much. As Oracles fly in, the sport's not done, so 5 more workers die. But Baneling's into the third base here. 7 probes. At least that's something. They did such a good job with the previews that they did, and I'm sure you were involved in that as well, Scarlet. They got me in on, not in the normal previews, on my birthday, on the last day of DreamHack. ESL raided me. Frostshine Studios account was there, and they DM'd me on Twitch. Like, they said, hey, you want to cop into a voice call with us at 1 in the morning your time so you can see the preview? Like, yep, absolutely. You can tell me you could have woken me up and I would have done it. But with all that and just getting people excited, getting influencers, you know, people that work in the RTS space excited about it, having us all tweet about it, that built so much. The only mistake they made is they got everyone excited for Thursday instead of the interviews and all the stuff happening on Sunday, which is the stuff tomorrow is where all the information really comes out. So that was the only mistake they made. But their marketing for the whatever they spent on marketing for getting people excited about stuff versus what they got out of it, I mean, they really did a fantastic job. There's no roaches. They'd run in, they'd run out. Can't explain that, but they're going to get some stack defense on the backside as a couple Zealots are going to warp in. And did we see legs done? Not really sure, but HateMe now hitting with a significant army here. He's up 30 army supply. Lots of Lings, lots of Roaches, lots of Banelings, but as the Stalkers blink forward, actually, that means Stalkers, they don't have Blink right now, but they will in a second as a couple Stalkers do fall. Archon's actually woefully out of position, so Banelings, they come crashing on in to actually not a lot of stuff. They're not really making good connections onto the Stalkers. They do get a cannon, though. That's very nice, but now the Roaches, they continue to fall. Second level of Banelings, though, they're just running into an Archon. That's not what you want there. HateMe got it back the hell on up, so he's going to get some Stalkers on the backside, but a push that looked like it had opportunities, that it looked like it had chances. At the start of that fight, while it was not quite executed properly from HateMe, and now Mana is on 4 bases. He has a positioning now to maybe take a 5th. He took a fantastic trade right there, and now he's aware of the pressure on the map from HateMe. This is getting a little bit dicey. Ooh, sour spicy potato shreds. That sounds tasty. So apparently what I'm hearing is I need to join, well, I need to pay more attention in Sasha's Discord so I can get tasty recipes. But now, okay, so Oracles fly in, they fly out. HateMe not taking quite as much damage as earlier, but Mana, his supply is in an excellent spot. Is well, one Oracle will go down, second one more shot, 2 more shots, doesn't quite get it. Well, references to tasty dishes, I guess. Okay, so plus 3-2 on the way now for Mana. Again, his upgrades are in a fantastic spot. Now, HateMe is going to go for Spire behind this, and the Roach into Quick Muta. I mean, yes, but if you could use code something something's numbers and get 10 free meals and some other special prizes. But if you are looking at HelloFresh, you should go use Steadfast codes because he's got a couple sponsored streams from them. But now here come the Banelings rolling on in. There are a lot of Archons, though, and it's actually a really nice spread for Mana once again as he's trying to push his way on through here. The Roaches, they're just starting to die, trying to get surface area, but it just means actually the Archons are getting surface area on them. So the Starks blink forward, which means they're a little bit vulnerable to these Banes, but there are just so many of these glowy boys finding their way on in, and they're just not enough for HateMe anymore. He played a great game 1, and game 2 he had opportunities, but unfortunately in that big push, Banelings rolling onto Archons is not what you wanted. He really did take too much worker damage. 5th base now goes down. Sorry, 6th base from HateMe does fall. Now HateMe trying to re-expand once again on the bottom side, but well, Mana's upgrades are just about complete. He finds himself in a army supply lead right now. He has a significant army value lead. I don't know that there's a war. Did the war prism go down, or is it just out of range? I don't really see. Hey, Sip Ship. I agree, Grumpage. I very much enjoy cooking. But okay, Ling's Bane, now they find their way on in. The Archon's actually not really here. Stalkers are in front, which is a little bit awkward. But the Banelings, they don't get good connections anyways. And this concave, again, I keep talking about it, but this concave for Mana is disgusting. It's 180 degrees. It is, no, it's 270. It really is a pseudo surround here. The Stalkers now, they blink on forward. One Queen goes down. Second one falls as well. And we're going to have to see what exactly... I mean, how long does HateMe stay in this game at this point? Because he's going to lose another 5th base. Income massively spiking for Mana here. HateMe has not been able to be aggressive on the other side of the map in the while. Spines are... I guess we had defensive spines, so they're going to go try to find their way, but Mana's just going to get here faster. These spines are not really going to root. Stalkers kill them too damn quickly anyways. And as Roaches pop out from the main of the natural, they will continue to die. Now, Roaches on the front, they're doing something. I mean, they killed an Archon. And actually good biles, but Mana here, he's up a base. He's up a base on HateMe, and that really does mean that this composition that HateMe has found himself in, it's a problem. It is difficult now for HateMe to build the army that he needs. Broodlords are an idea. Broodlords are a great idea, but I don't know that he has the money for it anymore. But hey, if you find a bunch of Archons like this, that's always going to be nice as long as you don't sacrifice your Banelings to it, which he is anyways. One of the nice things about killing Archons first is you don't have to spend your Banes, but that's really not what's happening here. Now the Stalkers again blinking forward. More Zealots warping in because all of the Banelings are now dead, so they're going to get on top of things. Stuck a little bit behind right now, but here we go. Chase on forward. Oracle again finding so much value. Yeah, Mana was on 107 probes before he lost 10. Or no, I bet he killed them. He had to have killed them himself because I didn't see anything on the other side of the map from HateMe. 107 probes is a lot. But okay, Greater Spire is just about done. But I mean, at this point, HateMe could afford it in gas count. He's got almost 2,000 gas in the bank. A lot of gas. But the Banelings, they will not make the connections there. Looking for good pre-splits here from Mana. And there we have it. HateMe hit good spots, but it just didn't quite close it down. Yeah. That's pretty much, I just made a bunch of brown rice Mediterranean bowls, and I've got some honey garlic chicken and broccoli. It's pretty tasty. Okay, but here we are. Game 1, Curious Minds. TVP. One might argue that TVP is Clem's best matchup right now. Don't know that that is true or not, but I'll buy it. No, Hans Zolo II. It's Platinum Heroes. Although, shout out to the time that, what was it? It was YouPorn that tried to sponsor Parting and some other StarCraft players, and Blizzard said, no pornographic material as a sponsor of a team. But imagine. But no, Scarlet, you talk about cheap food. I'm actually kind of jealous. You talk about that. So there is, I'm getting my PhD at Dartmouth, right? Clem kind of looks like he's in his pajamas. Oh, man, yeah, there's no good Korean food around here. But anyway, so I'm getting my PhD at Dartmouth, and there is the Dartmouth Medical Center that's right nearby. YouPorn, I believe, one porn website, and then Blizzard nixed it. Yeah, snipe Clem by saying, okay, he's always going to go last. But there's the hospital nearby, and for everyone that works at the hospital, they just don't need to pack lunch because the cafeteria, which apparently has really good food, is so heavily subsidized that it's actually cheaper. No, Dartmouth, New Hampshire, Dartmouth College. It was founded in 1786. It's one of the Ivy Leagues. Not that that's meant to be particularly impressive. They're not super highly ranked for engineering, but I enjoy my lab and I enjoy my PI. Is this WTL? It's not live. No, it happened this morning. But I am recasting it at... I'm going to just consistently do this. I'm just recasting it at EU or better NA hours. So Friday to Saturday, Sunday for the foreseeable future, but probably not next week because I will be in Texas seeing my partner for the first time in a long time and celebrating my belated birthday. I will not probably be live. I might do one day of WTL. She has my old desktop, so like I can kind of do it. It's running a 980, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean, Dartmouth is not as good of an engineering graduate school as its reputation as a good school says, but I enjoy it, and I'm getting to do awesome work. If you're curious about the research I do, folks, by the way, exclamation mark research in the chat. That'd be interesting. I don't know that I have enough mics set up at her I don't know if I could do a setup for that in her place. She knows nothing about StarCraft, by the way. I'm actually really excited about Stormgate because I think with all their onboarding stuff they're talking about, I think I'll finally be able to get her to play an RTS with me. But anyway, the whole point of this was more saying we have a world-renowned medical center, and the cafeteria there, it's actually cheaper to buy food from their cafeteria every day than it is to make it yourself. Only problem is I'm on the main campus for Dartmouth, so I have to take a trip bus or have to drive, and gas prices are a time. It's just not worth it. Anyway, Hellion dives in. 3 workers go down for Rodzyn. It's not really what you're looking for. No, she knows what StarCraft is. Like, she just doesn't know anything about it. Like, she's been in the stream occasionally. But she did not play. I mean, her video game experience growing up was like The Sims. This is live as I'm casting it right now. I'm talking to you, Said Yezu. It is not live. These games were played this morning. The first series, we're in series number 2, but the first series happened at 8 a.m. At 8 Eastern. Sasha, I'm like tabbing over. Occasionally, I click something and open your Discord. I'm just the potato discussion is making me very happy. Anyway, War Prism on the way here for Rodzyn. What? I was not paying enough attention. What does he have in this game? Yeah, I mean, StarCraft is good, but the thing we had a long discussion about this when I was on a call with Sal and Steadfast on Stormgate Reveal Day. But it's one of those things, like, I love StarCraft. I am going to be involved in StarCraft as long as StarCraft Esports is around, certainly. And with Microsoft doing the buyout, if, say, we have a 3-year deal for ESL, StarCraft will still be around for those 3 years at the very least. As Talker's running on in, trying to break Clem before Clem gets into too scary of a position. I got to imagine there was Blink, and I just didn't see it complete. Hellion, though, trying to dive in, looking for another scout in the main base. Going to say 1, 2, 3 gateways. So it's a 4-gate Blink coming in from Rodzyn here. I mean, it's just a good confirmation there from Clem, as I think another probe went down, but the Hellion dies as well. Rodzyn, though, doesn't seem like he can really find his way in. So he's going to have to back up. Third base on the way. Dark Shrine as well. But Rodzyn also supply blocked, and he's going to be supply blocked for a while. First pylon, this is unfortunate. No, so we talked about this. It's like, okay, so StarCraft, as far as I understand, the StarCraft the main base, of course, one-shotting SC. You're doing a nice job here. You got to be careful of the Warp Prism, though. You don't want to get, well, disabled, and then you lose 4 Stalkers. Although Recall do a decent job of keeping that alive. But okay, Stalkers and tank range, that's a little bit spooky here, so we're gonna be fine. Anyway, now Stalkers going trying to find their way on the high ground, but at this point, really, Clem, he's not. Oh wait, Raven, Clem, wake up! Ooh, Raven goes down. Strength of the push does go down, but luckily for Clem, Rodzyn does not have a Robo done. He does not have Colossus on the way. He does not have really anything but these Blink Stalkers. Charge is not even done. So Rodzyn's going to have to hold 30 army supply down with no tech. Thanks, Ollie. But okay, so this third base is they're just gonna die. Rodzyn is gonna try to find some things on the back line, but Clem's just gonna rotate on over there. Now two scans get dropped. A couple SCVs do fall. Stark's actually knocking down reinforcements, doing a damn fine job of that one. And do we have any scans here defensively? Yes, we do. Okay, so DT is dead. We see pylons go down, and Rodzyn taps out. He understands he can, even with DTs, he cannot make that happen. Clem, he takes game 1. I'm hopeful that Microsoft keeps StarCraft alive for a while, because Microsoft has been pouring hundreds of thousands of dollars into AoE 4 esports that are doing nothing. They're really, I mean, StarCraft gets better numbers. And AoE 4 has a multiple $100,000 tournament. Well, they had a $100,000 league and $100,000 tournament. So I'm hopeful that Microsoft does that. And I've heard that the purchase agreement says that Blizzard has to continue supporting their esports ventures at the same level they are currently supporting them until the buyout goes through. So I am fairly confident that we will at least have 2023 StarCraft. I don't know about 2024. But I have hope between how Blizzard or how Microsoft has been treating their other IP or their other esports, how they tweeted about us. I mean, remember the day of the Microsoft deal, the official Microsoft Xbox account went live with Clutch, the old MLG host, streaming StarCraft to a lot of people. It was such a fun day, right? When it got announced, and we're all on Copium, and literally everyone in the StarCraft community is there chatting about it. Honestly, yeah, no, I agree, Scarlet. It's just the question now of what happens when Stormgate pops up. You know, do we have... And who knows? Microsoft may be able to hire a talented dev team that is spun up working the Galaxy editor, and we start seeing StarCraft content again, and it gets fantastic. That would be... my ideal is StarCraft and Stormgate, both having massive followings, both seeing a resurgence or a generation of hype in Stormgate's case, and 2 viable competitive RTSs of slightly different styles with incredibly vibrant esports scenes. So then we can have, someone pops out of GSL and they can go play, someone drops out of GSL and then, oh, well, there's a Stormgate tournament. Or as a commentator, as a content creator, I can work in these 2 different games that are very similar. Like, it's hard for me to do, first of all, I didn't really like AoE 4, but it's hard to go, like, work in AoE 4 and StarCraft because they're pretty different. I'm thinking more like CSGO and Valorant. Dota and League are different enough. And the problem with League, of course, is with Riot is just so monolithic that there's no room for anyone other than Riot. As the bunker's not going to go up. Not at all. So now the Reaper's going to find his way up, but the bunker will have to get canceled here. Rodzyn dealing with that one. Clem, again, we saw last game he's good, but he also seems a little bit asleep, so... He's not quite accomplishing what he wants in the early game of these first 2 games, but he's going to be... I mean, losing that Raven is also unfortunate, but he's going to be okay anyways. Exactly. Pressure to improve. Pressure for... And it's one of those things where Dota and League have incredibly antagonistic setups as the Reaper in the main base, but there's a stalker there. Have incredibly antagonistic history, where Pendragon, who founded Riot, he used to run the Dota All-Stars website. And one day when he goes off to co-found Riot, he just goes and he deletes the Dota All-Stars website, says, oh, go check out League, and then steals a bunch of the designs, the Dota hero designs from that website, and he turns them into League heroes. Right, really poorly done. Every single little bit of marketing was done like targeting Dota and say, no, like hate Dota, love League. So the Dota community in general, I don't know how League feels about Dota, but the Dota community in general is not too hot on League. That coupled with Riot's extremely monolithic infrastructure around things, exactly, Scarlet knows, with how controlling they are. Like I'm never going to say never because, you know, if someone wants to hire me to cast something, I'm probably going to say yes. But Riot has not been all that great to their casters in the past. Shout out to the DDK and who's the other guy who, all that drama recently. Of course, I mean, companies don't want to compete, but for us, we do want them to compete. As Rodzyn, of course, has gone for Phoenix playing this game, which also makes it hard for the Raven to exist. So, the point I'm getting here is League and Dota is you don't have fans of both. I mean, I kind of watch both. I'm a Dota fan, but I kind of watch League from the esports perspective in terms of I like listening to different casters and hearing how they play the game and they approach it, or they talk about the game and the esports production side of things. Exactly, yeah. But we're not going to have, I don't think we're going to have antagonistic communities. Stormgate has not come in there and stolen a bunch of stuff and tried to demean StarCraft. They're just saying we can't work on StarCraft anymore. And honestly, I mean, Riot's behavior today towards their casters is pretty terrible, right? So we're not going to have that situation. In fact, it's going to be a rather unique one. The closest I can think of is Valorant and CS:GO, but even still, it's still Riot. Riot is not the best company. So from that perspective, I have a lot of hope that they could compete, but they could cohabitate and really just provide us with a lot of awesome stuff. And certainly as a content creator, providing me with 2 games I can cast and 2 tournament circuits maybe that I can work on is really cool. But anyway, that's my spiel about that. We should probably talk about the game a little bit because the Phoenix here, this will be Phoenix Charge Lot, by the way, folks, not Phoenix Colossus. Because Rodzyn understands that Clem loves his 2 base pushes. So you get a bunch of gateways, you get a bunch of charge lots, you get +1 armor. And the Phoenix, they just kind of sit around and they get as much delays as possible. They kill as many SCVs as possible. Well, that's going to be a wasted lift. They ideally knock down the Raven. And where is this Raven, by the way? Is it kind of just sitting behind the base? That would be my guess. I haven't really seen it. They slow down the push as much as possible, knock down medevacs as much as possible. And then by the time the push finds its way on the other side, well, Clem is not going to be all that happy because charge will be done. But one Phoenix gets low, second one dies. Fear Dragon, because I love StarCraft. And I think there is a, I mean, if this game, like if Stormgate is as incredible as it is and we continue to, or as we think it's going to be, and we see no investment, oh man, big Widow Mines there, good bait there from Clem, and we see no investment from Microsoft Blizzard, then I'm okay with us just moving over to Stargate. But I think we're going to see more investment here as now Zealous run forward. There's just nothing here. The setup for Rodzyn was good, but he just doesn't really have much of an army, and the bio is too damn strong, even with Shield Battery Overcharge, buttressing and buffering some of these Zealots. Now, good lift on the last remaining Phoenix, but Widow Mines, they're going to burrow, and the rest of the Phoenix, they pop up. They're just going down. Clem stims on forward. Another auto turret gets dropped. Not even actually. He finds it, but it's not really happening. The third base will get broken down here as the bio stimming on backwards, kiting on backwards. Clem, he's in his pajamas, but he's certainly awake enough to take down Rodzyn in this game. He's a 30 supply lead, and yeah, he's not killing him right now because the Glittering Ashes has a long... Okay, Ravi, if you don't want to be VIP, I will un-VIP you. Got it. Okay, I removed the tag from you, Ravi. But okay, Zealots now, they run on in. They're trying to find something. Widow Mines, though, bait on the tank. But still, there's not quite enough bio here just yet. But Widow Mines' second burrow as the Phoenix fall. And that's going to be a ton more dead. That's a ton more dead Zealots. And that's just it. Clem, he takes the clean 2-0. Well, not the cleanest 2-0, but he takes the 2-0 regardless.